Today we're talking about the second important aspect of the CARES Act. Recent bill passed by Congress to help combat the coronavirus includes a provision that changes required minimum distributions for this year. We're going to talk about that. Last time we talked about the part of that bill that sent families paychecks. We walked you through that last video. So we look forward to today talking about required minimum distributions and the effect that the CARES Act has on that. I'm Telton Hall, Certified Financial Planner here at Advanced Financial Planning, where we've got a team of advisors and staff dedicated to helping you accomplish your retirement income goals. So, what's the deal with required minimum distributions? 2020 CARES Act, number 2 aspect of it, no required minimum distributions for 2020. So the question is, why is that important? Does it even matter? And the answer is, it is important and it does matter. Let me walk you through it. So let's pretend that at the beginning of this year, your account value was at $100,000 in an IRA that you had. So required minimum distributions apply to IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, where you've never paid tax on those funds. So every year, there's a formula where you take your balance at the very end of the year, and then during the course of the next year, you have to withdraw a certain percentage out. That percentage changes each year based on how old you are. Let's pretend for our example, we're going to say that you had to withdraw 5% for your RMD. So first off, if you started with $100,000 at the beginning of the year, and let's say you went down 10%. So right now your account value is at $90,000. The typical thought is that, well, if I'm down 10%, I need 10% to get back up. But the math tells us 10% on top of 90,000, that gives us 9,000. So it's 99,000. It doesn't quite get us back up to where we started. Really, it takes an 11% return to get us back up. But what if you have a required minimum distribution? We're going to use this 5%. So at the first of the year, your account was worth $100,000. We run the formula and it says you have to take out $5,000 in this example. Well, now your account's worth $90,000. You take out another $5,000. That's pretty straightforward. Your account's at $85,000. It's not going to be an 11% return that gets you back up to level. It actually takes almost 18% to get you from 85 back up to 100,000. So you can see this is a big deal. It's really difficult. It's damaging to retirement accounts when we have to take withdrawals during depressed market environments. Now, add this factor on. In fact, I'll show you this chart here. You can take a peek at that. Pause the video if you need to. Required minimum distributions are not a one-time event. They're not something that happened one year. They happen over and over and over again. So over several years, in this example, we used 5% withdrawals over 5 years. You can actually see the percentage return it takes over several years to get back up to whole. And they're pretty big numbers. It's pretty difficult for your retirement accounts to manage that without a plan and without a strategy in place to help affect that, to help to bring that about. So that's big aspect. Number 1, your takeaway is, okay, I don't have to take an RMD this year. If you're not depending on those withdrawals for your retirement income, it could make a lot of sense to go ahead and waive your RMD for this year. The second aspect, however, is what if you need it for income? What if you're not just trying to fulfill the IRS requirement? What if you're trying to fulfill your monthly need for income requirement? That's a different story. That's a game changer. You probably still need to take this withdrawal, which will further deplete your accounts. That's where you have to have a secure retirement income strategy. Strategy set up to allow withdrawals to come out of the portfolio, other pieces to grow, to help make sure that that account can last your whole lifetime. If you don't have a plan for retirement, for those secure retirement withdrawals, contact our office. One of our helpful team here can get you started and make sure that you're on track for your goals.